well, wow, look at all this excess cash. It's really cash flowing. I'd like to take some of that money and give it to my unemployed spouse. Well, you know, you can't because the property's in your name. So you can give it to her in after-tax dollars. That's lovely. But other than that, you know, who's doing what? It was a sole proprietorship. Tom, the guy, was on title. Now, that's different if it was held in a corporation. You could income split between the shareholders and say, well, Tom, the shareholder's making enough through employment this year, no dividends to him. Spouse is otherwise unemployed, let's get her a bunch of dividends because her tax rate's quite a bit lower. So when we apply these principles, we start to see them. The goal is to understand, well, you know, what are these lawyers and these accountants, you know, all talking about and so hot and bothered about? It's this kind of stuff because it's how the world will treat you.
Definitely. So the way how we are looking at now is finding out if you have any questions, guys. So do not hesitate to raise your hand or type it in the questions section. I know one lady, she has a question, and I know she knows that, right? So, hello?
Hello, Eric. Hi. Hi, Tom. How are you?
Well, thanks. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good, thanks. It's great to pleasure to talking to you here again.
Yeah. Nice to talk to you. It's a beautiful evening in Calgary. We have sunshine. It's bloody lovely.
Well, that's great. So out here, out at the Sylvan Lake.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Yeah, yeah. That's great. Well, certainly, you know, any question, feel free to ask.
Yeah, thank you very much. But wow, like I just feel like I'm in the wrong business. Every time when I listen to your events or seminars, it's kind of very, it's making me very cautious every time.
Well, that's good, right? You know, I don't mean to scare people, and I don't mean to overcomplicate things, you know, but it is important to sort of understand it. It's a little naive to say, oh, well, I'm just buying land, that's okay. You know, the reality is somebody buys a house, and it's, you know, it's a $500,000 thing or a $200,000 thing. I mean, it's a big commitment, right? So
yes,
you sort of want to understand that. For investors, I guess the additional risk is if they start doing sort of strategies that are a little bit outside the box, you know, and a lot of times everybody wants to do it, everyone involved is hoping to benefit. Every once in a while you'll get someone who didn't quite understand or felt hard done by or, you know, is not otherwise agreeable, and disputes arise, and then, you know, when it gets to the strict formal rights.
Right. So yeah, that's why I tried to. I'm glad the fact that I took one of your courses with Tiger Learning Canada with asset protection. I'm your student.
Oh, very good. Yeah, yeah. I mean, again, you know, all these courses are wonderful, and Eric's got a wonderful program for things like this, and it's nice that people can be involved. Because I'll tell you, you know, one of the benefits of this type of scenario, Eric's got a beautiful setup here. People can listen again. They can attend various courses. They can be, you know, a luxury of their own home, taking notes. I think it's great, no travel expenses and things like that. So, you know, it's wonderful. And I applaud all of you for participating. It's a good thing to learn. You know, the more deals you do, the more you learn. These courses can really help learn other people's perspectives or highlight an issue that you might not otherwise have thought of.